All right, Katie. Pull up a chair, dim the lights, and prepare to have your entire perception of reality, and more importantly, football, shattered. We've got our hands on something truly monumental today.
Monumental? Miles, is this another one of your found footage documentaries about a crypto bro trying to buy a team only to realize he doesn't understand the offside rule?
No, no. This is far more serious. This is Foot Quiz Elite Edition, updated to 2026. This isn't just a quiz, Katie. This is a gauntlet, a trial by fire, a digital gladiatorial arena designed to separate the fans from the experts. And frankly, I'm already sweating.
Updated to 2026? So it's not just testing my knowledge of past glories, it's testing my ability to predict the future? Are we time travelers now? Did I miss that memo in the writer's room? Because last I checked, my crystal ball just showed me what I was having for dinner, and it was suspiciously always pizza.
Exactly. It's preemptive expertise. It's like knowing the stock market crashed before it even existed. The Quizmaster Sunrise Creative Hub is basically telling us, you think you know football? You've watched the matches, followed the transfers, had the arguments about who's the GOAT, and then it hits you with the gut punch. But knowing football as a fan and knowing it as an expert are two very different things.
Oh, so this is an ego check, then. Not just a quiz, it's a personal affront. It's like a bouncer at a velvet rope club, but the club is football knowledge and the bouncer is a PDF. Your fandom is not good enough for this VIP section, peasant.
Precisely. And they're not messing around. 30-plus questions, 5 rounds. Champions League, Premier League, legendary players, the giants of African football, and the moments that changed the game forever. That last one sounds ominous, like a dark prophecy. Behold, the moment VAR was introduced and all joy fled the land.
Don't spoil it. Although you probably just did. Okay, so how does this digital gatekeeper of gridiron greatness actually work? Are there bonus points for dramatic size?
I wish that would be my category. No, it's standard multiple choice, A, B, C, or D, 10 seconds to think, which for me is about 7 seconds too long to just stare blankly at the screen and then guess C.
10 seconds? That's barely enough time to Google the question under the table, which, for the record, I would never do. My integrity is as unblemished as a freshly pressed football kit before a cup final, or at least it is when no one's looking.
And after each answer, we get a fact. Not just any fact, mind you. Something that goes beyond the result and tells you the story behind it. Because great football is not just about scores. It is about history. So it's a quiz that's also a philosophy lecture. I feel like I need a tweed jacket and a pipe just to listen.
A tweed jacket and a pipe? Miles, you're going to pull a hamstring just trying to put on a tweed jacket. But I get it. It's not enough to know who. We need to know the why. The deep existential dread behind every missed penalty. The cosmic ballet of the transfer market.
Exactly. And the scoring? 1 point for easy, 2 for medium, 3 for difficult. It's a tiered system of intellectual snobbery. Oh, you got the easy one? Well, bless your little heart. Here's your participation sticker.
But if you get a difficult one right, you practically ascend to a higher plane of existence. You become one with the pitch, the ball, the entire concept of the beautiful game. You can probably speak to ghosts of footballers' cast.
I hope so. I have a lot of questions for George Best. Anyway, we keep track, check scores after each round, and this last instruction, this is key. If you are playing with someone else, pause after each question and compare answers before the reveal. The arguments are half the fun. They know us. They built this quiz for us.
The arguments are half the fun. Miles, the arguments are the fun. The entire point. The quiz is just the flimsy excuse we used to yell at each other about whether a defender's hair counts as being onside. So without further ado, let's blow this whistle and see if we're going to be crowned ultimate football experts or two people who should stick to competitive thumb wrestling. I'm ready to argue.
I'm already stretching my vocal cords. Round 1, the Champions League, Europe's greatest stage. 5 questions. The competition that defines legacies. 1 point for easy, 2 for medium, 3 for difficult. And then the prose gets even more dramatic. The competition that turns good players into legends and legendary players into immortals. 48 hours before a final, nobody sleeps. Nobody! Not even the groundskeeper, the hot dog vendor? Someone's got to sleep, otherwise society crumbles.
No, Miles, not even them. The very air vibrates with the tension of 2 teams, 22 individuals, and a ball deciding the fate of, well, a very shiny cup. The hot dog vendor's probably just tossing and turning, wondering if he ordered enough relish. It's a heavy burden. But anyway, what's the first question, O Keeper of the Digital Gauntlet?
Question 1. Easy level, 1 point. In what year was the first European Cup final played, the competition that would later become the Champions League? Options: A, 1952, B, 1956, C, 1960, D, 1965. 10 seconds, go. The clock is ticking. Is your internal football Wikipedia firing on all cylinders, Katie? Mine is just playing the Benny Hill theme tune.
Oh, this is easy. The dawn of time. The Big Bang of European club football. I'm going with B, 1956. It just feels right. It has that mid-century flair, you know, like when everything was black and white and goals were probably scored by a very polite man in a flat cap.
You're leaning into the aesthetic of it. I respect that. I'm also going with B, 1956, mostly because if it was 1952, I feel like they'd still be playing with a literal pig's bladder, and that just doesn't feel European Cup final enough. The answer is B, 1956. We got it!
Nailed it. See, we are experts. Our instincts are honed. My brain is a finely tuned machine of football fact retrieval, Miles, like a very dusty, slightly malfunctioning supercomputer that only stores obscure stats about left backs from the 90s. And the fact, the first European Cup final was played in Paris on June 13th, 1956. Real Madrid defeated Stade de Reims 4-3. It was the beginning of a dynasty. Real Madrid would go on to win the first 5 editions of the competition consecutively. No club has ever matched that. 5 in a row? That's not a dynasty, Katie. That's a hostile takeover. That's like Jeff Bezos buying Amazon 5 times in a row just to make a point.
A pizza dynasty. I like that. We should trademark it. Okay, question 2, easy level, 1 point. Which club holds the record for the most Champions League titles in history? A, AC Milan, B, Bayern Munich, C, Real Madrid, D, Barcelona. This feels suspiciously easy for Elite Edition, like a trap.
It's C, Real Madrid. It has to be. After that 5 in a row factoid, anything else would feel like a betrayal of the narrative. It would be like writing a children's story about a brave little train only for it to get immediately decommissioned and turned into scrap metal.
A betrayal of the narrative, indeed. The quiz writers set us up for this. They painted a picture of galactic dominance, and then they asked us to fill in the blanks. My gut says C. My brain says C. My heart, which yearns for an underdog story, grudgingly also says C. The answer is C. Real Madrid. Boom! 2 for 2, baby!
We are unstoppable. Our football IQ is off the charts. We're practically vibrating with football knowledge. I can feel the spirits of legendary managers whispering tactics into my ear. Mostly just pass it to the tall guy, but still.
The fact. Real Madrid have won the Champions League 15 times. 15! The next closest is AC Milan with 7. This is not just a record. It is a statement about what that club represents in European football. Their 2024 title came in dramatic fashion, overturning a deficit against Bayern Munich in the semifinal before defeating Borussia Dortmund in the final at Wembley.
15! That's not a club. That's a benevolent footballing dictator. And they won in 2024? So this quiz is literally clairvoyant. We're in a time loop, Katie. 15. That's an entire football team's worth of trophies plus a few subs. AC Milan with 7 is like being second place in a race where the winner has a jetpack and you're riding a unicycle. And yes, the 2024 title. This isn't just an elite quiz. It's a historical document from the future. Does this mean we know who won the lottery in 2026? Because my pizza habit is getting expensive.
Forget the lottery. We know who won the Champions League. This is valuable intel. We could go back, place bets, become football moguls. But first, question 3, medium level, 2 points. Which team won the Champions League in the 2024-25 season? A. Real Madrid, B. Manchester City, C. PSG, D. Inter Milan. Uh-oh. This is where the future gets tricky. Real Madrid can't win every time, right?
Right? Unless it's like a sports anime where the protagonist just keeps getting stronger and stronger and the bad guys never actually win. But PSG, that's the perpetually disappointed rich kid of European football. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. Could this be their year in the future past?
The perpetually disappointed rich kid. That's perfect. Maybe in this 2026 future, money finally bought happiness. Or at least a very expensive trophy. I'm going to take a leap of faith, mostly because I refuse to believe Real Madrid won another one right after 2024. C. PSG. It's time for a new narrative, or at least a slightly different shade of rich club dominance.
I'm with you, Miles. Let's give the perpetually disappointed rich kid a bone. C. PSG. It would be a huge moment. Imagine the Twitter meltdown if they actually did it. The answer is C. PSG. They did it! The future is a strange and beautiful place.
2 points. We're crushing this future quiz. The fact: Paris Saint-Germain claimed their first ever Champions League title in the 2024-25 season, defeating Inter Milan 5-0 in the final held in Munich. It was a historic night for French football, and a statement that the era of PSG as a dominant force in Europe had truly arrived. For Inter Milan, the defeat was a painful reminder of how fine the margins are at the highest level.
5-0? That's not fine margins. That's a landslide. That's like trying to win a pie-eating contest against a black hole. Inter didn't lose. They were consumed.
5-0 in a Champions League final. That's not just a victory, that's an exorcism of all their past failures. That's PSG screaming, "We told you we would eventually figure out how to spend money correctly." Inter Milan didn't just get reminded of fine margins, they got reminded of the entire ocean stretching between them and glory.
An ocean of tears, probably. And confetti. Mostly confetti, but sad confetti. Okay, we're still in the Champions League round. Question 4, medium level, 2 points. Which team won the Champions League in the 2024-2025 season? A. Real Madrid, B. Manchester City, C. PSG, D. Inter Milan. Now we know Real Madrid has 15, and the fact for Q2 said AC Milan was next closest with 7. So this is a gimme, right? A pat on the head for correctly remembering a previous factoid?
A total gimme. They're testing our short-term memory, which, considering the amount of football we consume, is a miracle if it functions at all. It's C, 7. This is like a quiz giving you the answer in the previous question and then asking you again, just to make sure you were paying attention. I was, quiz, I was. I was paying attention. My brain is a sponge, but only for football facts and the lyrics to 90s one-hit wonders. C, 7. Confident, unshakable, like a very, very old concrete bunker full of trophies. The answer is C, 7. Boom! Another 2 points. We are officially unstoppable.
I feel like I'm wearing an invisible crown right now, Miles. A crown of champions. A crown made of tiny, perfectly polished footballs. My reign of football expertise has truly begun, and it's barely round 1.
Your reign is just beginning, Empress Katie, and the fact: AC Milan have won the European Cup and Champions League 7 times, in 1963, 1969, 1989, 1990, 1994, 2003, and 2007. The 1989 and 1990 back-to-back titles under Arrigo Sacchi are considered some of the greatest football ever played at club level. That team featured Van Basten, Gullit, and Rijkaard, and simply destroyed every opponent they faced. Destroyed, not just defeated, like a football-shaped meteor strike. Sacchi, Van Basten, Gullit, Rijkaard. That's a lineup that could solve global warming, win the Nobel Prize, and then still have time for a hat trick.
That team wasn't just good, they were a force of nature. They were a perfectly choreographed symphony of destruction. Van Basten, Gullit, Rickard. That's like having 3 MVPs on one team, only they also happen to be incredibly stylish. They probably wore those shirts with the collars turned up because they were just that cool. They didn't just play football, they invented it, then perfected it, then sold the patent.
They probably invented the concept of cool while they were at it. Okay, final question of round 1. Question 5, difficulty level 3 points. Who holds the all-time record for most assists in the history of the UEFA Champions League? A. Cristiano Ronaldo, B. Ryan Giggs, C. Lionel Messi, or D. Kevin De Bruyne? This is where the big brains earn their keep, Katie. 3 points.
Ooh, assists, the unsung heroes, the architects of glory. My mind immediately goes to Messi because his whole career is just goal, assist, goal, assist, goal, assist. Ronaldo is a goal machine, Giggs was a wizard, De Bruyne is a modern master, but Messi, his vision is like he's playing with a drone camera glued to his forehead.
A drone camera glued to his forehead. That's the perfect description. I'm torn, though. Ronaldo has played forever and scores so much he must assist a lot, too. But Messi's whole game is about the setup, the through ball. He's the guy who plans the heist, not just the one who grabs the jewels. I'm going C, Messi, for the vision.
Messi is like a human GPS for goals. He just sees the optimal path that no one else on the pitch can see. And he's so generous. He's like the Oprah of football. You get an assist, and you get an assist. Everybody gets an assist. C, Messi. Final answer for this round. The answer is C, Lionel Messi. Yes! 3 points. We are certified football whisperers.
3 points! My brain cells are doing a little celebratory jig. We're basically psychic at this point. The fact: Lionel Messi is among the all-time assist leaders in Champions League history, a record that reflects not just his goal scoring, but his vision and generosity as a player. While the goals get the headlines, it is the passes that reveal his true understanding of the game. Messi sees the move before anyone else on the pitch has even considered it. C. Vision and generosity. It's not just a statistic, it's a personality trait. He's a benevolent footballing overlord.
He's not just a player, he's a philosopher of football. He's the chess grandmaster on the pitch. While everyone else is thinking about their next move, Messi's already playing 5 moves ahead, setting up the entire board, predicting the future. We're practically channeling his genius right now, Miles. I feel a sudden urge to make a no-look pass to my coffee mug.
Don't break the mug, Katie. We need our coffee. All right, round 1 concludes. Maximum 9 points. How we doing? Well, we got every single one right. That's 9 points, baby. We're not just experts. We're prodigies. We're like the child prodigies of future football knowledge. Our brains are already updated to the 2026 patch.
9 points. Are you kidding me? We're not prodigies, Miles. We're oracles. We can predict the future of football. I just hope this doesn't come with any unwanted side effects, like suddenly only being able to communicate through elaborate goal celebrations. Though I wouldn't hate that, actually.
I'd embrace it. Okay, let's dive headfirst into round 2, the Premier League, the most watched league in the world. 6 questions. The league that never sleeps, 20 clubs, 40,000 fans per stadium, and a global audience of hundreds of millions. It is not just a football league. It is a cultural event. A cultural event! It's not just sport, it's performance art. It's the grand opera of screaming fans and perfectly manicured grass.
It truly is. It's less a sport and more a religion, with weekly pilgrimages to stadiums that feel like cathedrals of cheers and collective despair, and a global audience of hundreds of millions. That's not a league, Miles. That's a small country. A country whose national anthem is probably just the match of the day theme tune.
Yes, and their national dish is a pie and mash. Okay. Question 6. Easy level, 1 point. In what year was the Premier League founded? A. 1989, B. 1992, C. 1995, or D. 1988? This is a foundational question, like asking when the internet was invented, but for football, and slightly less cat videos for now.
This one is B, 1992. I remember the big hullabaloo, the new era and all that. It was like football finally got its glow up. It traded in its old, slightly threadbare tracksuit for a shiny new designer kit. The answer is B, 1992. My historical senses are tingling.
They are indeed tingling. The answer is B, 1992. We are absolute trivia titans. The fact: the Premier League was founded in 1992 when the top clubs broke away from the Football League to form their own competition and negotiate their own television rights. The first season was won by Manchester United. What followed was 30 years of the most commercially successful football competition on the planet, broadcast in over 200 countries and worth billions annually. Billions! It's not a league, it's an economic powerhouse, a money-printing machine disguised as a sport.
Broke away? It was a revolution, Miles. A declaration of independence from the shackles of collective bargaining. They basically said, we're too pretty and popular for this old-fashioned setup. We're taking our balls and going home to our own super-rich globally broadcast league. And then Manchester United, of course, were the first to lift the trophy just to rub it in.
Yes, a capitalist coup d'etat. And Manchester United, being Manchester United, just had to be the first to win it, solidifying their place in the new Money League order. Ugh. But hey, good for them, I guess. Question 7, easy level, 1 point. Which team won the Premier League undefeated in a season? The famous Invincibles. A, Manchester United. B, Arsenal. C, Chelsea. Or D, Liverpool. The Invincibles. This is a classic.
The Invincibles. This is B, Arsenal, 2003-2004 season. That team was a myth brought to life. They didn't just win games, they floated through them on a cloud of artistic football. It was pure poetry in motion, Miles. The answer is B, Arsenal. There was never any doubt.
Absolutely B, Arsenal. Anyone who says otherwise is a charlatan. The answer is B, Arsenal. We are on a roll, an unstoppable, invincible roll, just like Arsene Wenger's boys. And the fact: Arsenal's 2003-2004 season under Arsene Wenger is one of the greatest achievements in football history. 38 games, not a single defeat. They won 26 and drew 12, finishing with 90 points. Thierry Henry was unstoppable. Patrick Vieira was immovable. Ashley Cole was one of the best left-backs in the world. That team was more than a statistic. It was a philosophy made real. A philosophy. They weren't just playing football, they were enacting an ideology. It was football as high art, a manifest destiny of undefeated excellence.
A philosophy. They weren't just winning, they were proving a point. They were basically saying, we're so good, we don't even need to lose to learn lessons. We learn lessons from winning every single time. And Thierry Henry, unstoppable? He was more than that, Miles. He was like a glitch in the Matrix, just bending reality to score goals. And Vieira, a brick wall that could also dance. That team was a cheat code come to life.
A cheat code. They just pressed up, down, left, right, B, A, start, and then boom, undefeated season. I aspire to that level of philosophical dominance in my daily life. Question 8, easy level, 1 point. Who is the all-time top scorer in the Premier League history? A, Thierry Henry, B, Alan Shearer, C, Wayne Rooney, or B, Andrew Cole. This is another foundational legend, a man carved from granite and goals.
This is B, Alan Shearer. He was a one-man goal-scoring machine, like a very polite, very deadly robot. His celebration was just raising one hand like, yeah, I did it again. What of it? A true legend of the game. The answer is B, Alan Shearer. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy indeed. B, Alan Shearer. The answer is B, Alan Shearer. The fact: Alan Shearer scored 260 Premier League goals, a record that stood for decades and still stands today. He did it almost entirely for Newcastle United after leaving Blackburn Rovers. He was offered bigger clubs, more trophies, more money. He chose his hometown club instead. That loyalty is rare. The record might not be.
Loyalty? In this economy? He could have had all the trophies, all the shiny things, but he chose to be a king in his own kingdom. That's not just loyalty, Miles. It's a philosophy. It's like rejecting a mansion to stay in your cozy, slightly leaky childhood treehouse, because that's where your heart is. A beautiful, slightly muddy treehouse filled with 260 goals.
A slightly muddy treehouse with a goal counter. I love it. Okay, into the future again. Question 9, medium level, 2 points. Who won the Premier League Golden Boot in the 2024-25 season? A. Erling Haaland, B. Harry Kane, C. Mohamed Salah, or D. Cole Palmer? Another updated to 2026 question. This quiz is messing with my temporal lobe.
Oh, this is tricky. Haaland is a goal monster. Kane is always up there. Palmer had a breakout season. But Salah, he's always in the mix. He's like that reliable friend who always shows up with snacks even when you didn't ask. I'm going with C, Mohamed Salah. He just keeps delivering year after year.
The reliable friend with snacks. That's Salah. He's consistent, he's electric, and he probably has a really good agent. C, Mohamed Salah. It feels like a safe bet for a future prediction because he's a constant in the chaos. The answer is C, Mohamed Salah. Yes, another 2 points for our time-traveling brains.
Unstoppable. This quiz can't handle our future knowledge. I'm starting to think we're actually the ones from 2026, and we just forgot how we got here. Maybe a really strong cup of coffee was involved.
Or a mild concussion. Perhaps both. The fact, Mohamed Salah won the Golden Boot in 2024-25 with 29 goals, also winning the Playmaker Award with 18 assists in the same Premier League campaign. That combination of goals and assists in a single Premier League campaign is almost unprecedented. Liverpool also won the league that year, making it a historic season both for the club and for a player who continues to redefine what is possible at the highest level. Playmaker Award 2, not just goals, but setting them up. He's not just a chef, he's a Michelin star chef who also grows all his own ingredients. Unprecedented. The quiz loves that word.
He's a one-man football orchestra, scoring, assisting, probably also doing the laundry for the team. And Liverpool won the league that year, you say, with Salah as the engine? This is like a perfectly written Hollywood script for a beloved player and his storied club. They probably made a documentary about it already, which we just watched in our future minds.
We probably reviewed it with a very detailed breakdown of Salah's assist technique. Okay, question 10, medium level, 2 points. Which team won the Premier League in the 2024-25 season? A. Manchester City, B. Arsenal, C. Chelsea, D. Liverpool. Well, the last fact literally just gave us this answer. They're basically throwing points at us now, Katie. They recognize our supreme intellect.
They're practically begging us to be crowned champions. D. Liverpool. This is like when a video game gives you a cheat code because you're doing so well, it just wants to see how far you can push it. Liverpool won the league. We're not just predicting, we're recalling memories that haven't even happened yet.
Well, this is beyond recall. This is pre-call. This is a memory from the future. The answer is D. Liverpool. Another 2 points for the Brain Trust. The fact. Liverpool won the 2024-25 Premier League title under Arne Slot, the Dutch manager who replaced Jurgen Klopp and immediately delivered a championship in his first season. It was a remarkable achievement for a new manager at a club with enormous expectations. Salah was the engine. The team was the machine. Arne Slot, first season, delivers a championship. That's not just a manager, that's a miracle worker. That's like inheriting a car that's been driven by a German genius and somehow making it go even faster on day one.
Arne Slot, the man, the myth, the immediate champion. To replace Klopp and win the league in the first season is like taking over from Picasso and immediately painting something better than Guernica. The expectations at Liverpool are like a black hole of pressure, and he just absorbed it and turned it into pure gold. Salah the engine, the team the machine. We're getting Shakespearean with this football prose, Miles.
Shakespearean and slightly absurd. Okay, final question of round 2. Question 11. Difficult level, 3 points. In which year was VAR introduced in the Premier League? A. 2017, B. 2018, C. 2019, D. 2020. VAR, the moment football decided it needed a robot overlord to meticulously review every single blade of grass, the genesis of rage.
The year VAR descended from the heavens, not to save us, but to torment us with endless stoppages and agonizing pixel-by-pixel reviews. I remember it vividly, the collective groan of the nation every weekend. It was C, 2019. The answer is C, 2019. 3 points, Miles. We know the dark history.
The dark history, indeed. The answer is C, 2019. We're clocking up points like a video game speedrunner. The fact: VAR, Video Assistant Referee, was introduced in the Premier League at the start of the 2019-20 season. It was supposed to eliminate clear errors. What it actually produced was a new category of controversy that the game had never seen before. Millimeters deciding offside calls, goals disallowed for the angle of an armpit. The debate about whether it improved football or destroyed its spontaneity continues to this day. Destroyed its spontaneity. That's the perfect eulogy for football. It's like watching a movie, but every dramatic moment pauses for a committee to vote on whether the actor's facial expression was authentic enough.
Exactly. It's like a perpetual audit of joy. Was that goal too exciting? Let's check the armpit angle. The whole point of football is that beautiful, chaotic, messy, spontaneous eruption of emotion. VAR just sends a drone in to hover over your party and say, actually, according to subsection 4B, that balloon is technically obstructing the view of the designated dance area. It's a joy killer. And the debate continues to this day because it fundamentally broke something beautiful, like discovering your favorite band used autotune all along.
Auto-tune for goals, that's brilliant. It takes away the raw, imperfect beauty. It's like saying, let's fix nature by making all the trees perfectly symmetrical. It misses the point entirely. And millimeters deciding offside calls, that's not football, that's forensic science. I didn't sign up for a crime drama, I signed up for a football match.
Right? We're dissecting a goal like it's a crime scene. Enhance. Zoom in on the earlobe. Was it interfering with play? It turned every Sunday afternoon into an episode of CSI Pitch. And the spontaneity, that beautiful, unadulterated moment of pure ecstasy when the ball hits the back of the net, and then it's immediately put on hold for 2 minutes while someone in a dark room draws lines on a screen. It's an emotional whiplash. You're celebrating, then you're holding your breath, then you're either relieved or absolutely furious. It's exhausting.
It's an emotional roller coaster that only goes downhill, then slowly back up a small hill, then pauses for a very long time, then goes downhill again. My heart can't take it. My blood pressure is already elevated just thinking about it. We should start a support group for VAR victims. We could call it the Spontaneity Seekers.
I'd join that group. Our first meeting would just be us all collectively screaming into a pillow about phantom handball decisions. But seriously, it's the armpit offsides that really gets me. An armpit. It's not a limb designed for scoring. It's a limb designed for, well, existing. You're telling me an armpit by a millimeter can decide the fate of a multi-million-dollar goal? It's absurd. It's like saying you failed a driving test because your pinky finger was slightly over the speed limit.
It is absurd. The game has gone mad. It's like we're sacrificing the soul of the sport on the altar of hyper-precision. But enough of my VAR trauma. End of round 2, maximum 10 points in this round. We got 6 questions right all the way through, meaning another perfect score for us, 10 points. Total so far, 19 points. We're not just experts, Katie. I don't even know what comes after expert. Oracle? Seer? Football god?
We're beyond expert. We're the sentient football database that gained sentience and is now judging everyone else. The quiz creators probably didn't account for this level of predictive knowledge. They probably thought, oh, they'll guess a few. They didn't realize they'd unleashed 2 footballing terminators on their quiz. Stay with us, indeed. We're not going anywhere until every single question has been dissected and celebrated.
We are the football terminators. Hasta la vista, baby. Okay, round 3. Legends. Players and managers who changed everything. 7 questions. Football is remembered through its players. Through the goals, the dribbles, the decisions made in a fraction of a second that nobody else would have made. And through the managers who saw something in the game that others had missed. This round is about those people.
Ooh, this is the romantic round. The round of heroes and masterminds. The round where we get to appreciate the individuals who bent the game to their will.
Yes, the fraction of a second decisions. That's not just skill, Miles. That's pure, unadulterated magic. That's seeing a parallel dimension where the ball will go there and then making it happen. And managers who saw something others missed, that's not management. That's wizardry. That's Gandalf with a clipboard.
Gandalf with a clipboard yelling, "You shall not pass," at the opposition. I love it. Question 12. Easy level. 1 point. Who has won the most Ballon d'Or awards in history? A. Cristiano Ronaldo. B. Lionel Messi. C. Ronaldo Nazario. D. Zinedine Zidane. This feels like another gimme, giving our earlier Messi assist prophecy.
It's B, Lionel Messi, obviously. He practically owns the Ballon d'Or. It's like his personal collection of very shiny, very expensive golden footballs. No one else even comes close. The answer is B, Lionel Messi. We're practically predicting his future trophies as we speak.
Predicting and manifesting. The answer is B, Lionel Messi. We are a force of nature. The fact. Lionel Messi has won 8 Ballon d'Or awards, more than any player in history. His 2023 award came after leading Argentina to the 2022 World Cup title, the one trophy that had eluded him throughout his career. That victory in Qatar changed the narrative completely. Not just the greatest club player of his generation, the greatest player, period, in the eyes of many. Changed the narrative completely. So, before 2022, he was just a great player. After, he's the greatest. The World Cup was his final infinity stone. It completed his footballing Thanos gauntlet.
It was the ultimate mic drop. The World Cup was the final piece of the puzzle, the narrative-altering event that cemented his GOAT status. It's like he had an Achievements Unlocked notification pop up on a giant screen over the stadium. And that trophy that had eluded him, it didn't elude him, Miles. It was just waiting for the perfect dramatic moment for him to finally claim it, like a reluctant protagonist in a fantasy epic.
A reluctant protagonist who just needed one more side quest to become a legend. Okay, into the future of legends. Question 13. Medium level. 2 points. Who won the Ballon d'Or in 2024? A. Vinicius Jr. B. Erling Haaland. C. Rodri. D. Kylian Mbappe. This is where our predictive powers are truly tested. Who is the next narrative changer?
Ooh, 2024. This is a tough one. Vinny Jr., Haaland, and Mbappe are all flashy goal scorers, the headline grabbers. But Rodri, he's the quiet architect, the man behind the curtain, the one who makes everything else tick. The quiz specifically mentioned managers who saw something in the game that others had missed in the intro to this round, and Rodri embodies that missed brilliance. I'm going with C, Rodri. It's a bold prediction for a defensive midfielder, but it feels right for a quiz that loves stories and the why.
It's a bold choice, but it also reflects a deeper understanding of the game. It's like picking the sound engineer for an Oscar, because without them you wouldn't hear anything. C, Rodri. Let's embrace the unexpected narrative twist. The answer is C, Rodri. Yes, 2 points. We are so good at this, it's almost suspicious.
Suspiciously good. We're practically rewriting history as we go along. The fact. Rodri of Manchester City won the Ballon d'Or 2024, the first defensive midfielder to win the award in decades. It was a recognition not just of individual brilliance, but of a different kind of football intelligence. Rodri does not score 20 goals a season. He controls matches. He decides the tempo. He makes everyone around him better. That is a harder thing to see and a harder thing to win an award for. First defensive midfielder in decades. See? It's a narrative shift. The quiet hero finally gets his due. It's the ultimate underdog story, even though he plays for a dominant team. He's the silent conductor of the footballing orchestra.
He's the silent conductor. He's like the bass player in a rock band, just holding everything together, making everyone else sound good, but rarely getting the spotlight. This is a beautiful story, a testament to the unseen heroes. My heart is swelling with pride for Rodri, a man who, in my mind,
just won an award that happened 2 years in the future.
And it makes everyone around him better. That's not just a player, that's a force multiplier. He's like the super glue of Manchester City, holding all the dazzling attacking pieces together, making them a cohesive, unstoppable unit. Without the super glue, the whole thing just falls apart into very expensive, very ineffective fragments. This quiz is making me feel really good about the future of football, Miles. It's not just about goal scorers, it's about the deep thinkers, the tacticians.
The quiet intellectuals of the beautiful game. This quiz is a connoisseur's delight. Okay, question 14, medium level, 2 points. Who won the Ballon d'Or in 2025? A. Erling Haaland, B. Vinicius Jr., C. Ousmane Dembélé, or D. Lamine Yamal? Another future prediction. Who gets the coveted Golden Ball next?
This is tough because 2025 is even further into our psychic realm. Haaland and Vinicius Jr. are still strong contenders. Lamine Yamal is a young talent, but 2025 might be a bit early for the top prize. But Dembélé, he's had a career of what-ifs due to injuries and inconsistency. But the fact about PSG winning the CL in 2024-25 and PSG being his club, and the previous fact about Salah being the engine, team being the machine, it's all connecting. This could be Dembélé's redemption arc. C. Ousmane Dembélé. It's a story of persistence.
A redemption arc. I like a good narrative. And if PSG won the Champions League, someone big had to deliver. Dembélé has always been supremely talented, but injury-prone. Could 2025 be his year of ultimate blossoming? C. Ousmane Dembélé. Let's manifest this comeback story. The answer is C. Ousmane Dembélé. Yes, another 2 points for the mind readers.
Oh my word, Miles. We are 3 for 3 on future Ballon d'Or winners. We should start a consulting firm for football clubs on future player investments. Or just place really good bets. The fact. Ousmane Dembélé won the Ballon d'Or 2025 after a spectacular season with PSG that culminated in their first ever Champions League title. The French winger, who had been written off multiple times during his career for injuries and inconsistency, proved that persistence and reinvention are as important in football as talent. His Champions League final performance against Inter Milan was one of the ages. Written off, persistence, reinvention. This quiz is writing novels about these players, Miles. Dembélé is a phoenix, a Golden Ball winning phoenix.
A Golden Ball winning phoenix. He rose from the ashes of repeated hamstring injuries. This is not just a quiz, Katie. It's a profound commentary on the human spirit encapsulated in football facts. And his Champions League final performance against Inter Milan, the same Inter Milan that lost 5-0, Dembélé probably scored a hat-trick and assisted the other two. He didn't just win a Ballon d'Or. He earned his place in the pantheon of players who finally got their act together.
He's not just a player, he's a cautionary tale with a happy ending. This is why football is about history and stories, Miles. It's not just scores, it's about the struggle, the triumph, the constant reinvention. Dembele's journey is a microcosm of the entire sport, proving that even after repeated setbacks, you can still reach the pinnacle. I'm getting misty-eyed here over a future Ballon d'Or winner. This quiz is really doing a number on my emotions.
It's a testament to the power of narrative. Okay, let's keep riding this emotional roller coaster. Question 15, medium level, 2 points. Who is the current manager of Real Madrid in 2026? A. Ancelotti, B. Zinedine Zidane, C. Xabi Alonso, D. Mauricio Pochettino. Another future prediction. Who's steering the Real Madrid ship after their 2024 CL victory? This is high stakes.
Okay, Ancelotti is a legend, but managers don't stay forever, even at Real. Zidane has been there, done that. Pochettino always feels like he's almost getting the big job, but not quite. Xabi Alonso, though, he's been making waves. Bayer Leverkusen, unbeaten Bundesliga season, mentioned in the prompt. That's a huge hint. He's the rising star.
C. Xabi Alonso. This feels like the logical next step in the managerial multiverse.
The logical next step in the managerial multiverse. I'm with you. The quiz gave us a big, juicy hint about Alonso's Leverkusen success. He's the hot property. Real Madrid always go for the flashiest, most successful manager available. C. Xabi Alonso. Final answer for this future-gazing managerial move. The answer is C. Xabi Alonso. Boom! 2 more points.
Our future vision is impeccable. We're not just experts. We're the Nostradamus of the dugout. The fact. Xabi Alonso took over Real Madrid at the end of the 2024-25 season after Carlo Ancelotti's departure. The former midfielder, who had already impressed the football world with his work at Bayer Leverkusen, where he led them to an unbeaten Bundesliga season, was considered one of the most exciting young managers in the game. His appointment at Real Madrid was one of the most anticipated in recent memory. Ancelotti's departure, unbeaten Bundesliga season. See? We picked up on the breadcrumbs. Alonso isn't just a manager, he's a managerial comet streaking across the football sky, destined for the biggest clubs.
A managerial comet, and most anticipated in recent memory? So the football world was holding its breath. It was like waiting for the next season of your favorite prestige TV show. Will he live up to the hype? Our quiz confirms yes, he will. This is a very satisfying narrative closure for a future event. We are witnessing history being made, just, slightly prematurely.
It's like a sneak preview of destiny. We're basically seeing the trailer for 2026's big footballing drama, and we're totally hooked. This is what elite feels like, Miles. This isn't just knowing facts, it's understanding the underlying currents, the narrative arcs, the cosmic forces that propel football forward. We're practically diviners of the beautiful game.
Diviners of the beautiful game. I'm adding that to my resume. Okay, question 16. Difficult level, 3 points. How many times has Josef Mourinho won the UEFA Champions League as a manager? A, 1. B, 2. C, 3. D, 0. The special one. The iconic, slightly grumpy, self-proclaimed genius. This is a test of managerial greatness.
Mourinho, the man, the legend, the master of mind games. He won it with Porto. That was epic. And then with Inter Milan, that famous treble season. That's 2. B, 2. My memory for footballing drama is very strong. The answer is B, 2. 3 points for us, Miles. We're in a league of our own.
Yes, the answer is B, 2. We are untouchable. The fact. Jose Mourinho won the Champions League twice, with Porto in 2004 and with Inter Milan in 2010. The Porto victory was perhaps the most remarkable. A club from a smaller league, with a budget that could not compete with the giants, dismantling everyone in their path. Mourinho was still early in his managerial career, and the football world had never seen anything quite like it. Dismantling everyone with a smaller budget? That's not just a victory, that's a cinematic triumph. It's like a low-budget indie film winning Best Picture at the Oscars, and then the director just stares at the camera and says, "I told you I was good."
It was truly revolutionary. Mourinho didn't just win, he redefined what was possible for a smaller club. He was the ultimate disruptor. He basically walked into the Champions League with a slingshot and took down Goliath after Goliath, then smirked all the way to the trophy presentation. And the fact that he was early in his managerial career, he was practically a footballing baby already orchestrating masterpieces. It's like Mozart composing symphonies at age 5, but with more tactical fouls.
Tactical fouls and a perfectly sculpted eyebrow raise. He was a prodigy of the dark arts of football management. Okay, question 17. Difficulty level, 3 points. Name 2 legendary managers who led Manchester United. Which answer is correct? A. Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson. B. Arsene Wenger and Pep Guardiola. C. Jose Mourinho and Carlo Ancelotti. D. Jurgen Klopp and Diego Simeone. This is a loyalty test for anyone who appreciates the history of a club.
This is a no-brainer for anyone who's ever opened a football history book. It's A. Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson, the two pillars of Manchester United, the alpha and omega of Old Trafford greatness. The answer is A, Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson. 3 more points for the footballing gods.
The answer is A, Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson. We are racking up points faster than a Holland hat trick. The fact. Sir Matt Busby rebuilt Manchester United after the Munich air disaster of 1958, which killed 8 players. He went on to win the European Cup in 1968. Sir Alex Ferguson then managed the club for 27 years, winning 13 Premier League titles and 2 Champions Leagues. Between them, these two men defined what Manchester United means. Everything since Ferguson's retirement in 2013 has been measured against what they built. Defined what Manchester United means. They weren't just managers, they were architects of identity. And the fact that everything since Ferguson's retirement has been measured against what they built, that's a burden, Katie. That's like trying to build a new empire on top of Mount Everest. It's almost impossible.
It's not almost impossible, Miles. It is impossible. Ferguson cast a shadow so long, so vast, that anyone who followed him was destined to be swallowed by it. He wasn't just a manager. He was a force of nature, a footballing deity whose retirement created a vacuum that no mere mortal could fill. And Busby's story, rebuilding after Munich, winning the European Cup, that's a tale of resilience and triumph over unimaginable tragedy. These men weren't just winning trophies, they were shaping destinies, forging legends, and probably yelling a lot.
Yes, forging legends and yelling a lot. The perfect managerial combo. Okay, final question of round 3. Question 18. Difficult level, 3 points. Who scored the winning goal in the 2018 FIFA World Cup final? A. Kylian Mbappe, B. Lionel Messi, C. Paul Pogba, D. Mario Mandzukic, own goal. This is a sneaky one. Winning goal, not just a goal.
Oh, this is devilish. Because Mbappe, Pogba, and Griezmann all scored for France, but the quiz asks for the winning goal. And I remember the Mandzukic own goal that put France ahead 2-1 after Croatia had equalized. So it technically put them winning again. This is a very specific kind of evil. I'm going with D, Mario Mandzukic, own goal. My memory for footballing cruelty is strong. The answer is D, it was an own goal by Mario Mandzukic. 3 points. We are masters of the specific and slightly heartbreaking detail.
Masters of heartbreaking detail. The answer is D, Mario Mandzukic, own goal, another 3 points. The quiz tried to trick us, but we saw through its nefarious ways. The fact. France defeated Croatia 4-2 in the 2018 World Cup final in Moscow. The opening goal was an own goal by Mario Mandzukic, who had earlier scored a stunning overhead kick to make it 2-1. Griezmann, Pogba, and Mbappe added the rest. Mbappe became only the second teenager in history to score in a World Cup final after Pelé in 1958. That night in Moscow launched the era of Mbappe as the face of a generation. The opening goal. Oh, okay, so it wasn't the winning goal, but the opening goal. The phrasing was tricky, but it still led to a winning situation.
Oh, opening goal. They got me. But it was the goal that began the winning, the first step on the path to victory. So I'm still counting it. It's like saying the first domino to fall wasn't the winning domino, it just initiated the winning chain reaction. And Mbappe, only the second teenager after Pelé, that night Moscow launched his era. He went from talented young player to face of a generation in 90 minutes. That's a pretty good night's work.
It was a very good night's work. He went from a promising youth to a global icon before he even had to pay for his own car insurance. That's impressive. Okay, end of round 3. Maximum 17 points in this round. We got every single one right, meaning a perfect 17 points. Total so far, 36 points. We are officially in the football
expert category. You are the person people call when they need to settle a debate. That is a skill. Respect it. They respect us, Katie. The Quizmasters respect us. We've made it.
We're not just experts, Miles. We're the definition of experts. The people call us. We've reached the summit of football knowledge. I can see the entire history of the game stretching out before me like a beautifully rendered, slightly pixelated landscape. And the debates? Oh, the glorious, endless debates we shall settle.
The debates shall be settled by our omniscient football knowledge. It's glorious. Okay, round 4. African football, the continent that changed the game. 7 questions. African football has given the world some of its most extraordinary players. Players who crossed oceans, overcame obstacles that would have stopped most people, and then dominated the best leagues in the world. This round honors that journey. This is a vital round, Katie. The quiz is showing some depth. It's not just about Europe, it's about the global tapestry of football.
Absolutely. Crossed oceans, overcame obstacles. That's not just a description of their journey. That's a superhero origin story. These aren't just players. They're titans who battled against the odds to grace the world stage. This round is about honoring true legends, not just the ones with the most Ballon d'Or trophies.
Titans indeed. Question 19, easy level, 1 point. Who is the current captain of the Egyptian national team and plays for Liverpool? A. Sadio Mane, B. Riyad Mahrez, C. Mohamed Salah, or D. Hakim Ziyech? This feels like another Salah sighting from our future-seeing eyes.
It has to be C, Mohamed Salah. He's practically a national hero in Egypt and a living legend at Liverpool. He's synonymous with both. It would be an insult to the quiz's elite status if it wasn't him. The answer is C, Mohamed Salah. 1 point secured.
The answer is C, Mohamed Salah. Bam, another one. The fact. Mohamed Salah is not just the captain of Egypt, he is one of the most decorated African players in Premier League history. His goals, his assists, his consistency over nearly a decade at Liverpool make him arguably the greatest African player to grace the English game. And yet he has never won the Africa Cup of Nations, a fact that haunts him over his otherwise extraordinary career. Haunts him! See, this quiz isn't just facts, it's psychology. It's tapping into the deep-seated regrets of footballing titans. This is heavy, Katie, even for a quiz.
Haunts him. The ghost of AFCON past is always lurking over his otherwise immaculate career. It's like being Batman and saving Gotham 1,000 times, but you still can't figure out how to fold a fitted sheet. That one elusive, annoying thing that just won't fall into place. It's a cruel twist of fate for such a decorated player. And arguably the greatest African player to grace the English game? Miles, argue it. He is, unless someone wants to fight me about it, which I'm prepared for.
I'm not arguing with you, Katie. You're the football oracle. Okay, question 20. Easy level, 1 point. Which African team progressed the furthest in the 2018 FIFA World Cup? A. Nigeria, B. Egypt, C. Senegal, or D. Morocco? This one takes us back a bit. Who flew the flag highest?
This is C, Senegal. I remember it because it was a heartbreaking exit. Fair play points. That was an outrage. It was like losing a staring contest because you blinked at the exact wrong microsecond. The answer is C, Senegal. My rage memory serves me well.
Your rage memory is a powerful tool. The answer is C, Senegal. 1 point. The fact. Senegal reached the round of 16 in 2018, the furthest of any African nation that year, before being eliminated by Colombia on fair play points. It was a heartbreaking exit. No goals scored, no red cards, simply more yellow cards than their opponents. Africa deserved better that day. 4 years later, Morocco would go all the way to the semi-final, the greatest achievement by an African nation in World Cup history. Africa deserved better that day. The quiz has feelings, Katie. It has a sense of justice. Fair play points are the most unsatisfying way to go out. It's like losing a chess match because your opponent had nicer socks.
It is. It's an arbitrary, bureaucratic way to crush dreams. No goals scored, no red cards, simply more yellow cards.
That's the most polite way to say the system failed them I've ever heard. It's like losing a baking contest because your cake had one more crumb than the other guys. And then Morocco came along later and said, "Hold my tagine, we're going to the semifinals." A beautiful, glorious redemption for the continent.
Hold my tagine. That's the rallying cry for future World Cups. Okay, question 21, medium level, 2 points. Which African midfielder played a key role in Arsenal's famous Invincible season? A. Michael Essien, B. Yaya Touré, C. N'Golo Kante, D. Patrick Vieira. We talked about the Invincibles earlier. This is a callback.
It's D, Patrick Vieira, the immovable object, the dancing brick wall, the man who probably had a gravitas field around him that made opposing players just ball over. He was the heart of that philosophy we discussed. The answer is D, Patrick Vieira. 2 points for remembering our previous brilliance.
The answer is D, Patrick Vieira, 2 points. This quiz is a beautiful tapestry of interconnected facts and callbacks. The fact: Patrick Vieira was the heart of Arsenal's Invincibles. Born in Senegal, raised in France, he was everything a midfield leader should be: powerful, intelligent, combative, and with an extraordinary range of passing. His rivalry with Roy Keane is still considered one of the greatest individual battles in Premier League history. 2 captains, 2 philosophies, 0 retreat. 0 retreat, that's a motto for life. And the Vieira versus Keane rivalry? That wasn't just a football match, it was an ideological war. It was pure, unadulterated, primal footballing combat.
0 retreat. That needs to be on a t-shirt or a giant banner. That rivalry was pure theater. 2 gladiators in the midfield, absolutely refusing to give an inch. It was less about winning the ball and more about winning the psychological warfare. Keane was the snarling attack dog, Vieira was the elegant assassin. 2 philosophies indeed. One was kick everything that moves, and the other was dominate with grace. And they were both incredibly effective. I miss those days. Modern football is too polite sometimes. Where are the true rivalries? Where is the glorious animosity?
Where is the glorious animosity? It's been sanitized out of the game by VAR and polite handshakes. We need more 0 retreat energy in the world. Okay, question 22, medium level, 2 points. How many times has Mohamed Salah won the African Player of the Year award? A2, B3, C4, D5. Back to Salah, the man, the myth, the AFCON-haunted legend.
Salah again. He's like the recurring character in this football saga. I'm going with C, 4. It feels like he's been consistently excellent for so long that 4 is a solid, impressive number. The answer is C, 4. 2 points for the man of the hour.
The answer is C, 4. 2 points for the Egyptian king. The fact: Mohamed Salah has won the African Player of the Year award 4 times, in 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2022. Only Didier Drogba and Samuel Eto'o have won it more times in the modern era. Each time Salah wins it, he dedicates it to Egypt, to Africa, and to the idea that players from the continent deserve the same recognition as those from Europe or South America. Dedicates it. He's not just a player, he's an ambassador. He's a symbol. He's carrying the hopes and dreams of an entire continent on his shoulders while also scoring 29 goals and getting 18 assists in a future Premier League season. The man is a machine, a symbol, and an absolute hero.
He's a quadruple threat, scoring goals, assisting goals, winning awards, and being a humanitarian. He's basically Superman with better dribbling skills. And dedicating it to Egypt and Africa. That's a statement. He's saying, look, we're just as good, if not better, than anyone else on this planet, and we deserve the same respect. It's a beautiful, powerful message delivered with a golden trophy. He's not just a player, he's a movement.
He's a movement, and a very effective one at that. Okay, question 23, medium level, 2 points. Who is known as the Rock of Gibraltar, a legendary African defender? A. Kalidou Koulibaly. B. Eric Bailly. C. Mehdi Benatia. D. Rigobert Song. Rock of Gibraltar. That's a serious nickname. That's a man you do not want to run into.
The Rock of Gibraltar? That's not just a nickname, that's a geological marvel. That's D, Rigobert Song. I remember his iconic hair, his fearless defending. He was solid, unmoving, like an actual rock. The answer is D, Rigobert Song. 3 points for the unyielding defender.
The answer is D, Rigobert Song. 3 points for the unyielding defender. The fact: Rigobert Song of Cameroon was nicknamed the Rock of Gibraltar for his commanding defensive presence. He appeared in 4 World Cups, 1994, 1998, 2002, and 2006, a record for a Cameroonian player. He was also the first African player to be sent off in 2 separate World Cups. But his legacy is one of resilience, leadership, and a physical presence that opponents genuinely feared. The first African player to be sent off in 2 separate World Cups. See, this quiz is giving us the full picture, not just the good, but the slightly chaotic. He was a rock, but a rock with a bit of a temper, a rock that would occasionally erupt like a volcano, leading to a red card.
A rock with a temper, so more like a volcanic rock. He wasn't just a defender, he was an event. 4 World Cups, that's incredible longevity. But the 2 red cards, that just adds to the legend. He wasn't afraid to put his body on the line, and sometimes, well, a little too on the line. He was resilience, leadership, and physical presence that opponents genuinely feared. He was probably built like a fridge with a stare that could turn you to stone, or at least make you reconsider crossing into his half of the pitch.
Built like a fridge with a petrifying stare. That's Rigobert Song. What a player. Okay, final question of round 4, question 25. Difficult level, 3 points. Which Spanish club won the Europa League 3 consecutive times in the 2010s? A. Atletico de Madrid, B. Valencia CF, C. Sevilla FC, or D. Villarreal CF. 3 consecutive times. That's not a run, that's a divine mandate.
3 consecutive. That's C, Sevilla FC. They basically owned that competition. It was like their personal playground. Every year they'd just stroll in, pick up the trophy, and then politely leave, probably to go have some tapas. The answer is C, Sevilla FC. 3 points for the Europa League specialists.
The answer is C, Sevilla FC, 3 points. We are unstoppable. The fact: Sevilla FC won the Europa League in 2014, 2015, and 2016. 3 consecutive titles that made them the most successful club in the history of that competition. Under Unai Emery, they developed a system, a mentality, and a culture around the Europa League that no other club has been able to replicate. For a club of their size, it was an extraordinary achievement. A system, a mentality, and a culture around the Europa League. That's not just winning, that's ritualistic dominance. They basically unlocked the cheat code for that specific tournament. Unai Emery was their footballing sorcerer, brewing potions for Europa League glory year after year.
A system, a mentality, a culture. They didn't just win it, they colonized it. The Europa League became the Sevilla Invitational. It's like they had a secret map to buried treasure and no one else knew where to dig. Unai Emery was probably performing arcane rituals before every match, sacrificing a small plastic replica of the trophy to the football gods. And for a club of their size, it was an extraordinary achievement. It was. It's like a small artisanal bakery winning the global croissant competition 3 years in a row against all the industrial giants. Pure dedication to the craft.
A small artisanal bakery winning the global croissant competition. That's it. That's the perfect analogy for Sevilla. They just perfected their niche. And Emery was the baker, the master croissantier. This quiz is making me hungry. Okay, end of round 4. Maximum 16 points in this round. We got every single one correct, so another 16 points for us. Total so far, 52 points. We are officially in the elite level category. You are not just a fan, you are a student of the game. Foot Quiz crowns you champion. We are champions, Katie. We are the ultimate footballing experts. The quiz has crowned us. I can feel the virtual confetti raining down on us.
We are champions. I am officially wearing my invisible crown made of tiny footballs, and now it's sparkling even brighter. A student of the game. We didn't just study, Miles, we became the game. We are the footballing equivalent of a black belt in karate, only with more yelling and less actual physical prowess. This is incredible. We are the chosen ones, the prophesized experts of the 2026 footballing universe.
We are the chosen ones. This is our destiny. Okay, final round. Round 5. Iconic clubs and unforgettable moments. 6 questions. The final round. Everything is on the line. These questions are about the clubs, the stadiums, the moments that define the game and stay with you long after the final whistle. Everything is on the line, even though we've already been crowned champions. So now we're just showing off. This is our victory lap, our theatrical encore for the ages.
It's our championship parade. We're just cruising through this last round, waving to the virtual fans, basking in the glory of our supreme football knowledge. We're not just answering questions, we're performing a symphony of expertise. Let the showing off commence.
Let the showing off commence. Question 27. Easy level, 1 point. What is the nickname of Manchester United? A. The Blues. B. The Gunners. C. The Red Devils. D. The Citizens. This is kindergarten-level stuff for us, the newly crowned football royalty.
C. The Red Devils. It's iconic. It's menacing. It's red. Like our invincible minds. The answer is C. The Red Devils. 1 point because we're just that good even at the easiest questions.
The answer is C, the Red Devils. Another point for the champions. The fact. Manchester United became the Red Devils in the 1960s, a name inspired by the rugby league team Salford Red Devils, which was already using it. The name was adopted by manager Matt Busby and stuck. Today, it is one of the most recognized nicknames in world sport, worn on shirts in every country, spoken in every language, inspired by a rugby league team. So, one of the most iconic football nicknames came from another sport. That's like finding out Batman's cowl was originally a fancy hat from a bird-watching club. It's a slightly less dramatic origin story, but still effective.
Wait, what? The Red Devils came from rugby? My entire worldview is crumbling. That's like discovering your favorite band's name came from a typo on a grocery list. It's still cool, but it loses a little bit of its mystique. But it's stuck, and it's recognized in every language. It transcended its humble rugby league origins to become a global footballing phenomenon.
It transcended, like a butterfly emerging from a rugby chrysalis. Okay, question 27. Easy level, 1 point. What is the name of the stadium where Manchester United plays? A. Anfield. B. Old Trafford. C. Etihad Stadium. D. Stamford Bridge. Another easy one for the champions. This is a grand old dame of footballing arenas.
B. Old Trafford, the Theater of Dreams. It's not just a stadium. It's a living monument to football history. The answer is B, Old Trafford. Another point for our supreme knowledge of hallowed grounds.
The answer is B, Old Trafford, the Theater of Dreams. The fact. Old Trafford is known as the Theater of Dreams, a name given it to by Bobby Charlton, who played there through the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. With a capacity of approximately 74,000, it is one of the largest club stadiums in England. As of 2026, Manchester United are planning a new stadium, a decision that has divided fans between nostalgia and necessity. A new stadium in 2026. See, this quiz is always one step ahead, peering into the future. Nostalgia and necessity. That's the eternal struggle of old institutions. Do you preserve the dusty memories, or do you build a shiny new monument to future glory? It's a philosophical debate playing out in brick and mortar.
A new stadium? But it's the Theater of Dreams. How do you transfer the dreams from one theater to another? It's like saying, let's rebuild the Colosseum, but with better plumbing, you lose the history, the echoes of greatness. Divided fans between nostalgia and necessity, that's not just about a stadium, that's about the soul of a club. You can't just pave over history for a bigger VIP box. Or can you? In this money-driven world, probably.
You probably can, just like you can pave over spontaneity with VAR. It's the sad truth of modern football. Okay, question 28, medium level, 2 points. When was the last time Manchester United won the Premier League? A, 2010-11, B, 2011-12, C, 2012-13, D, 2016-17. This is a painful one for United fans, the post-Ferguson vacuum.
Oh, this is a gut punch of a question. It's C, 2012-13, the final year of Sir Alex, the end of an era. It's like asking when the last time the sun truly shone on a kingdom before a long, dark winter. The answer is C, 2012-13. 2 points, but at what emotional cost?
At what emotional cost, indeed? The answer is C, 2012-13. 2 points, but my heart is heavy. The fact: Manchester United's last Premier League title came in the 2012-13 season, Sir Alex Ferguson's final season as manager. He retired at the end of it. What followed was over a decade of transition, instability, and the painful process of rebuilding a club that had been defined by one man for 27 years. As of 2026, that title remains their last. Over a decade of transition, instability, and the painful process of rebuilding a club. That's not a club, that's a therapy session. They're still in therapy in 2026. The ghost of Ferguson still looms large, a specter of success that no one can replicate. It's a tragic comedy of errors.
A tragic comedy of errors. That's the perfect description of Manchester United post-Ferguson. It's like trying to replace a conductor who was also the composer, the lead violinist, and the guy who cleaned the bathrooms. The entire orchestra just collapses. And as of 2026, that title remains their last. The quiz is being brutal. It's holding a mirror up to their decade-long struggle and saying, look at your pain.
It's a brutal, unblinking mirror. This quiz is a sadist. Okay, question 29, medium level, 2 points. In which season did the famous Aguero Herrero moment occur, securing the Premier League title for Manchester City? A, 2010-11, B, 2011-12, C, 2012-13, D, 2013-14. The moment that launched 1,000 chants and one iconic commentary scream.
The Aguero Herrero moment. This was legendary, pure, unadulterated drama. B, 2011-12. You couldn't write a better script. It was the birth of a new dynasty forged in the dying seconds of the season. The answer is B, 2011-12. 2 points for remembering pure sporting ecstasy.
Pure sporting ecstasy. The answer is B, 2011-12. The fact: on May 13, 2012, Sergio Aguero scored in the 94th minute against Queen's Park Rangers to win Manchester City the Premier League title, their first in 44 years. The commentator's scream of "Aguero Herrero" became one of the most iconic moments in football broadcasting history. City needed to score twice in stoppage time. They did. The world stopped, then erupted. The world stopped, then erupted. That's not just football, that's a cosmic event. It was a collective gasp, followed by a global cheer. It was the Big Bang of Manchester City's dominance, and Aguero was the singularity. And the commentator's scream, that wasn't just a scream, it was an ancient incantation summoning forth triumph.
An
ancient incantation? That scream should be in a museum. It perfectly encapsulated the raw, unbelievable emotion of that moment. City needed to score twice in stoppage time. They did. That's not a football match. That's a Hollywood blockbuster ending. It's like they ran out of time only to discover they had an extra 5 minutes of pure, unadulterated plot armor. The world didn't just stop, it held its breath, suspended in disbelief before exploding in a shower of blue confetti and pure, unadulterated delirium. It was a narrative masterpiece, Miles.
A narrative masterpiece. And that commentator should have won an Oscar for Best Vocal Performance in a Sporting Event. Okay, question 30. Difficulty level, 3 points. Name 3 players who have won the Golden Boot in the Premier League in the last decade. Which answer is correct? A. Harry Kane, Luis Suarez, Mohamed Salah. B. Robert Lewandowski, Kylian Mbappe, Lionel Messi. C. Antoine Griezmann, Karim Benzema, Sergio Aguero. D. Neymar, Raheem Sterling, Sadio Mane. This is tricky because it's last decade, and some of these legends play outside the PL.
Oh, they're trying to trick us with the non-Premier League players. Sneaky. B and C and D have non-PL players. So it has to be A. Harry Kane, Luis Suarez, Mohamed Salah, all absolute legends, all Golden Boot winners in the Premier League. The answer is A. Harry Kane, Luis Suarez, Mohamed Salah. 3 points for our superior geographical knowledge of player careers.
Superior geographical knowledge. Yes, the answer is A. Harry Kane, Luis Suarez, and Mohamed Salah. 3 points. We are immune to their cunning tricks. The fact. Harry Kane, Luis Suarez, and Mohamed Salah have all won the Premier League Golden Boot in the last decade. Suarez shared it in 2014 with 31 goals, one of the great individual scoring seasons in the Premier League history. Kane won it in 2016 and 2021. Salah has won it multiple times. What connects them is that none of them have done it easily. Each goal was the product of relentless work and extraordinary quality. Relentless work and extraordinary quality. That's not just a description of their goals, that's a philosophy of life. These aren't just goal scorers, they're titans of tenacity, paragons of persistence. They sweat goals, Katie.
Titans of tenacity, paragons of persistence. They don't just score goals, they manufacture them out of sheer willpower. Each goal is a monument to their tireless effort, a testament to their refusal to give up. And Suarez's 31 goals in 2014, one of the great individual scoring seasons in the Premier League, he basically decided, I'm going to carry this team on my back and also score more goals than humanly possible. He was a one-man wrecking ball of goal-scoring glory. This quiz is making me want to run through a wall for football.
Don't run through a wall, Katie. We still have one more question. Okay, final question, question 31. Difficulty level 3 points. Name 3 different winners of the FIFA Puskas Award for Best Goal. Which answer is correct? A. James Rodriguez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Olivier Giroud. B. Cristiano Ronaldo, Neymar, Lionel Messi. C. Mohamed Salah, David Villa, Hamid Altintop. D. Son Heung-min, Wendell Lira, Faiz Subri. This is about pure, unadulterated footballing artistry. The screamers, the bicycle kicks, the moments of audacious genius.
Puskas Award. This is the award for the goals that defy physics, logic, and sometimes even gravity. B, C, and D are tempting, but A, James Rodriguez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Olivier Giroud, those are 3 truly iconic, jaw-dropping goals. Zlatan's bicycle kick against England, pure madness. Giroud's scorpion kick, what even was that? James Rodriguez's volley, perfection. It has to be A. The answer is A. James Rodriguez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Olivier Giroud. 3 points for the connoisseurs of footballing art.
3 points for the connoisseurs of footballing art. The answer is A. James Rodriguez, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Olivier Giroud. The fact. James Rodriguez won the Puskás Award for his volley against Uruguay at the 2014 World Cup, a goal that made the world hold its breath. Zlatan Ibrahimovic won it for his bicycle kick against England in 2013, arguably the greatest goal ever scored in an international friendly. Olivier Giroud won it for a scorpion kick that defied physics. 3 goals, 3 moments of pure football art.
Defied physics. That's the ultimate compliment for a goal. It's like they momentarily broke the laws of the universe to put the ball in the net. These aren't just goal smiles. They're magic tricks. They're illusions. They're football's equivalent of a vanishing act, only the ball vanishes into the net.
They're magic tricks. They're defying the very fabric of reality for our entertainment. Zlatan's bicycle kick from that distance, that angle, it wasn't just a goal. It was a statement of pure, unadulterated ego and genius. I can do this because I am Zlatan.
And Giroud's scorpion kick, that wasn't a kick. It was a spontaneous combustion of limbs resulting in a goal. These are goals that transcend the scoreline. They are art. They are philosophy. They are why we watch football. This quiz gets it, Miles. It truly, truly gets it.
This quiz gets it. It validates our shared obsession with the beautiful, the absurd, and the physics-defying. Okay, end of round 5. Maximum 11 points in this final round. We got every single one correct, so another 11 points. Our final score is 63 points, the maximum possible score. Elite level. You are not just a fan. You are a student of the game. Foot Quiz crowns you champion. We are crowned champions, Katie. We ascended to the highest echelon of footballing knowledge. We're not just experts, we're the absolute, undisputed, 2026 updated, time-traveling, mind-reading, goal-predicting, narrative-shaping football champions.
63 points, Miles. We broke the quiz. We didn't just get to the elite level. We built a new level above it, made of solid gold and pure, unadulterated football genius. We are the ultimate football experts of the future, past. We predicted Champions League winners, Ballon d'Or recipients, and the very soul of VAR. What did we even talk about? It feels like a fever dream of statistics and philosophical musings about armpits.
We talked about everything from Real Madrid's early dynasty to PSG's 2025 triumph, from the Invincibles philosophy to Salah's haunted AFCON dreams. We went from the theater of dreams to the cosmic event of the Aguero moment. We even dove deep into the Rock of Gibraltar and Grobelar's spaghetti legs. It was a journey of epic proportions, a true quest for knowledge that culminated in this glorious moment of triumph.
A glorious moment. We covered VAR's destruction of spontaneity, Mourinho's tactical wizardry, Busby and Ferguson's immense shadows, and Sevilla's ritualistic Europa League dominance. We even broke down the pure football art of Puskás winning goals. It's all there, Miles. Every single glorious, absurd, future past detail. This quiz said, football is more than a sport. It is the language that crosses every border, every language, every culture. It is the thing that makes a child in Lagos and a child in Buenos Aires dream the same dream. And we just lived that dream, Katie. We lived it all the way to 2026.
This has been an experience, a profound, slightly unhinged experience. And now we know the why. Not just who won, but why it happened, the narrative, the philosophical implications of every single event. So to all of you out there, share this with someone who thinks they know more than you. Challenge them. The arguments are the point, because now you have the ultimate, future-proofed, championship-level arguments. Go forth and conquer, you beautiful football nerds.